Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Rhythm to My Soul. And we end up cabling this on 2nd fret to kind of match the recording. But we're going to start off with some things in reposition just in case you don't have a capo. And we start on an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to D on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about adding in the 3rd finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that as the E minor 7. And then from the E minor we'd be going to an A minor chord. And normally you do this first finger on the B 1st fret, second finger on the D 2nd fret, and third finger on the G 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord and it sounds really, really sad. Now randomly around A minors in general, you could lift the first finger and make that an A sus 2, or you could add in the pinky on the B third for an A suspended and kind of say some things around that chord. Or you could lift off the 3rd finger and make that an A minor 7, or you could add in the pinky on the high E third for an A minor 7. Or if you dig on that other E minor voicing, you may want to use an A7 sus. Or you could do first finger on the D 2nd, second finger on the G 2nd, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of work that for your A. And then from the A, we'd be going to a G major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A 2nd, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, the beautiful sounds of G major. Now you may also think about putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that voicing for your music. And then from the G, we'd be going to a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G 2nd, second finger on the high E 2nd, third finger on the B string 3rd. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, it sounds a D major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 2nd finger. It's a dangerous finger to lift. It makes a D sus 2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended and kind of say some stuff around the D. Or you'll definitely hear on the intro where the F sharp note on the low E string 2nd fret kind of comes out of that chord. You could cover that with your thumb. That's called a D slash F sharp. Or you may dig on a D sus slash F sharp. First finger on the low E 2nd, second finger on the G 2nd, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. You kind of work that for the And through that intro, actually, this is a little weird because it's very quick, actually, but you got kind of that E minor, A minor, G, D. So you want to try just a 4 down count on each one. E minor, A minor, G, D. Or you could use a strum pattern. Favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So we took the E minor and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now those chords are going by really fast, so you may want to try just a down, down, up on each chord. Also want to think about adding bass notes to that. And we'll talk more about that later, but on the E minor, for instance, you'd have the low E string for the bass. On the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. And on the D, you'd have D for the bass. Unless you're doing D slash F sharp, then you have low E for the bass. And the reason why I threw that at you right now is because it really kind of sounds like a reggae thing, where you could do kind of a bass, down, up, and then kill it with the right hand, and then do another down, and then kill it with the right hand. So kind of a bass, down, up, kill it, down, bass, down, up, kill it, down, bass, down, up, kill it, down. And it happens really fast. You may want to try just a bass down up on each of those chords, just to try that E minor, down, up, A minor, down, up, G, down, up, D slash F sharp, E minor, A minor, G, D. Well, if you're quick enough, you can get that whole reggae feeling in kind of E minor. F sharp, E minor, A minor, G, D. And we'd be repeating that for our intro and through our verse until we get to our pre-chorus part. And our pre-chorus goes to a C major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the B 1st fret, second finger on the D 2nd fret, third finger on the A 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now around C's in general, you may want to think about lifting the first finger and making it a C major 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B third for a C major 9 and kind of say some stuff around the C. Or another way to play C major 9 would be doing first finger on the D 2nd, second finger on the A third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for the C. And it is kind of weird. It's almost like we'd have a C splitting with an E minor. Kind of a C, 2, 3, E minor. D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, C for 3, E minor for 5, D. Kind of an idea. Or if you're doing your down, down, up, up, you may want to do the C with the down, down, and then hit the E minor for the up, down, up, and then do the D with the whole pattern. So C, down, down, we're on the up, down, D, down, up, down, up. What it really kind of feels like on that part is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's actually 2 patterns you may want to play around with. I think the easier one to digest first is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the C and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Now one way to apply that for the C and the E minor is that just half the pattern, kind of a down, down, down on each of those chords, and then we do the D with our whole pattern. C, down, 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 up, E minor, down, down, up, D. But what it really kind of feels like is a different 16th note strum pattern that's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is on the C, you do the down for 1 and then up on 4. Kind of down, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up on the first beat. And on the second beat, you do the up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you do the down, right along. Or on the third beat, you do the up on 2, up on 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, 1, up, 1, up, up. Then on the last beat, you do the down, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4s. Down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 down. So on the pre-chorus, what can be very, very cool is to use that pattern and the other one. So you can do the C with the down, up, up. Go to the E minor for the down, up, down, up, down, up. And switch patterns for the D. Down, 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 C down, up, E minor, up, down, down, D. So you want to kind of play around with that actually. That could be very, very cool. And then from there we go into our chorus part. And our chorus actually, there's a variation of the 16th, but we start out on the G, kind of for our 8 downs. D, E minor, and then our C. What you can do is kind of a slow pace down, down, up, down on G, D, E minor, C, or you can use the 16th pattern, down, down, up, down, down, down. You can mix it up with the other patterns, E minor, C, or it almost feels like just down, ups, down, 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 down. So you want to kind of experiment with kind of working the 16th feel and just working down ups. So you want to kind of play around with that. And then we basically be repeating those parts through the song. Now, the one weird thing is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on an E minor, I'm actually starting on an F sharp minor. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and then put the capo on 2nd fret, then now your E minor is really an F sharp minor, and your A minor is really a B minor, and your G is really an A major chord, and your D is really an E major chord, and your C is really a D major chord. But take it from the very beginning on the intro, you may want to work just the down idea, kind of E minor, A minor, G, B/F sharp, E minor, A minor, G, D, or you can do the down up on each chord, A minor, G, D, or you can add basses to that, bass, down up, A minor, G, D, or if you're quick enough, you can get that whole pattern in on it, A minor, G, D, or you can add basses to that, A minor, G, bass down, or you can do the reggae idea, G, D, E minor, A minor, G, D, and then from there, actually on the last time through, there's kind of this big hit on the D chord, where you may want to just do a big down on it, and then we hit our pre-chorus part, and you can do that any of those ways too that we've been talking about. So you can try just the downs, the C, 2, 3, E minor, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or the down, up, E minor, D, or the bass down, up, C, E minor, D, bass, down, or you can do the 16th pattern, and on the halving you may want to try bass, down. On the C, the bass is on the A string actually. So the bass, down, E minor bass, down, E bass, down, C, E minor, D, or you can mix it up and you can even add basses to this and make it a C with the bass, up, E minor with the bass, up, down, D with the bass, down, up, down, up. And actually on that other pattern, you may want to play around with bass, down, up, down, or bass, down, up, down, or bass, down, up, bass, down, up. Probably really cool variations. So you'd have the C, E minor, D, C, E minor, D. And from there, we'd be going into our chorus part. And you could work that with the downs, right? The G, D, or the down, up, the E minor, C, or you can add basses to that. Bass, down, up, B, E minor, C, or you can try the 16th idea, G, other 16. From there, then we go back into our verse part. So back to our E minor, A minor, G, D. Now, if you know other licks around these chords too, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it any way you want to, or mixing it up between the patterns can be very, very cool and hip. E minor. Now I'm adding a little bit more right hand muting to that. I'm going to kind of experiment with that too. Times, and then the last time we kind of hit the big D before we go into our pre-chorus. So we're back to our C, E minor, D, and then from there we go into our chorus part. So we got our G, play with it too and kind of add and subtract things from the chords, kind of see what you can say with it, and make the song a little bit more your own that way too. myself out. I really want to play a G at the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Rhythm to My Soul. So good luck.